I still remember the day they laughed. I stood in the middle of our living room, a space filled with the scent of burnt coffee and disapproving glances, clutching the remnants of my career, a decade's worth of research notes. My family formed a wall of scornful faces, their laughter echoing off the walls like a taunt. "You're going to disgrace the family, you know. Investigating crop circles and talking to plants? Have you lost your mind?" My brother's voice pierced through the haze of my despair, but it was my mother's gaze that cut deepest. They were right about one thing. I had lost my mind. Or at least that's what I thought. In the wake of my public disgrace, after exposing the pesticide cover-ups that had destroyed ecosystems and cost lives, I turned to the abandoned farms, fields where locals whispered of curses and strange happenings. I wanted to prove them wrong. I wanted to show them that my obsession, parabiological investigation, wasn't just some foolish dream, but a path to the hidden horrors that lay beneath the surface of our world. The years passed, and I trekked through those silent fields, mapping out crop circles, collecting samples of bizarre flora, and witnessing phenomena that would make my family recoil in horror. I learned to listen to the whispers of the plants, their rustling leaves speaking a language that was both alien and familiar. I faced the shadows that danced around me as I ventured deeper into the heart of those cursed lands. They taught me that the mind could be an ally or a prison. It was up to me to choose. Now, as I stand at the threshold of our family home, I can't help but feel a sense of dread mixed with anticipation. I've returned, not as the laughingstock of the Blackman family, but as a woman who knows things, terrifying things, that they could never fathom. My research has gained recognition, though not the kind that brings comfort. I've become a warning, a specter of what happens when one peers too deeply into the abyss. The evening is shrouded in an unsettling stillness as I step inside. My family is gathered around the dining table, the same table where they once ridiculed my ambitions. They freeze as I enter, their expressions shifting from shock to something akin to fear. I can almost hear the unspoken question, "What has she become, Emily?" My mother's voice trembles, a fragile whisper that hangs in the air like a thread about to snap. "I need to show you something," I reply, my heart pounding in my chest. I can feel the weight of my years spent in isolation, the knowledge I've gained, pressing down upon me like a shroud. In the dim light of the living room, I pull out a small, unremarkable vial, a sample from the fields. This is a spore from a sentient plant. It has properties that can alter perception, manipulate emotions. It's not just a plant, it's a consciousness, a collective intelligence. Their faces pale, but I press on, driven by an insatiable need for vindication. "You laughed at me. You thought I was delusional. But look at this." I pop the vial open, the air suddenly thick with a sweet, cloying scent. "This will show you." I watch as the familiar environment around us shifts. The shadows lengthening and the walls creaking as if they are alive. The air becomes charged, heavy with an energy that thrums beneath the surface. "What have you done?" My brother's voice is laced with panic. "I'm showing you the truth," I insist, my own heart racing as I feel the familiar presence of the botanical intelligence surrounding me, wrapping around my thoughts like tendrils. "You need to understand." And then it happens. The shadows coalesce, forming shapes that twist and writhe, twisting into grotesque facsimiles of my family. Their faces morph into expressions of fear, confusion, and finally recognition. They see themselves, the scornful laughter, the doubts, the rejection. They witness the horrors I faced alone, the relentless whispers of the sentient plants, their cries for understanding and respect. "Emily, stop!" my mother screams, her eyes wide with terror. Make it go away! But it's too late. The shadows of their disbelief have manifested, and they are left to confront the consequences of their ridicule. I stand back, a spectator to their unraveling, feeling a sense of vindication wash over me. They finally understand, but it comes at a cost I never wished to extract. The darkness recedes slowly, leaving my family trembling, broken, and terrified. I let the silence settle, the weight of years of suppressed knowledge lingering in the air like a ghost. I am no longer the outcast they once mocked. I have embraced the darkness, becoming part of it. But I am also its survivor. As I leave the house, I glance back at their haunted faces, now etched with the very fear they once dismissed as nonsense. The world outside is quiet, but I know better now. The hidden horrors are all around us, lurking beneath the surface, just waiting for someone brave enough to look. A chill runs down my spine as I step into the night. My heart heavy yet liberated. I've returned to a home that feels foreign, but I carry with me the truths that will forever bind me to the shadows. I've become a part of the darkness, and with it, I've found my strength. The laughter has faded, but the echoes of my family's disbelief will resonate in the haunted corners of my mind, an eternal reminder of what happens when one dares to confront the unknown.